What's going on, guys? Well, the vast majority of y'all do not know me from Adam. So I figured I would take a few minutes to kind of give you a basic idea of what has led me to where I'm at, because a backstory does better than me just showing you what I've got going. So I'm going to try not to chase too many rabbits on this, and I don't know how long I'm going to talk for, but we'll start here and we'll add over the next however long I'm blessed to be able to do this. By trade, I am a diesel mechanic. I went back to school in 2012. Got linked up with Caterpillar, went to work for one of their dealerships on an internship program, and did a 2-year schooling where I would spend 6 weeks working at the dealership, and then I would spend another 6 weeks at college and do so. It was very hands-on. It was called applied science. It's an associate's degree in applied science. So that is my, you must go to school in order to get a job teaching that I was given. And there are things about it that helped, but here we are. Okay, so in 2014, I graduated from there. I transferred Caterpillar dealerships to one a little closer to home, and I worked for them for another 2 years. I got my dream position of being a field mechanic. That was what I liked doing. Another day we'll go back a little bit farther into history and how I got to that point. But field mechanic, man, love working outside. Cannot emphasize that enough. Hate the days that I'm stuck inside unless it's with extremely creative work. Video editing has been cool, some 3D printing, stuff like that. Aside from that, it's the outdoor life for me, man. Spent my childhood hunting and trapping and just spending time outdoors from daylight till well past dark. Snow didn't bother me, none of that. I grew up on the East Coast. I grew up in southeastern Pennsylvania. Moved out to Oklahoma when I was 14. I got married at 18. Been married this entire time. We started dating when I was 16. And we have got 3 kids and a cool little homestead here in Oklahoma. Hotter than Hades out. That's my only downfall to the Oklahoma life. But, all right, so 2016, that fall, I think it was in October, I resigned from Caterpillar. The long story short on that is I was maxing out my DOT hours. I was in the service truck, which should have been a very well-paying position. I was out doing customer jobs. I got offered a job at one of my customers for the equivalent of $14,000 a year more than what I was making, plus a tool allowance, plus a truck to take home, and some other things. So, altogether, probably closer to $20,000 higher than what I was making at CAT. I went back to CAT. I really didn't want to leave CAT. And I told them that I would stay if they could get me up $6,000 a year in pay. After, I don't want to misspeak, I'm going to say after 2 weeks of, oh yeah, we can probably do that, and that not happening, I turned in a resignation letter and stepped out of the Fortune 500 company that I thought I always wanted to work at. And I didn't take the other position for $14,000 more a year. Instead, I built out a 16-foot trailer and made that my service trailer and put all my tools on that. And I went to work at $35 an hour out in the field, and I was making essentially double what I'd been making at CAP. Over the years, I progressed and ended up purchasing service trucks and and things went from there. A few years ago, I got, I'm going to say about 2020. No, might have been 2019. I think it was 2019. I got burnt out on that. And like, it was daylight to dark. I was always worried about whether I was going to get, whether it was going to dry up, because, you know, work does that. It's a very ebb and flow thing with field service work. Always worried it was going to dry up, so I worked. Worked a lot. I'd leave in the dark and I'd get home in the dark. And 16-hour days was very normal. I was making good money, but I've spent every dollar I've ever made. Been pretty good with that. That's not necessarily true, but at that time I could spend it just as fast as I could make it. And, well, I got burnt out. So I started a little equipment rental business there I finally got all my ducks kind of in a row in, I think, midsummer of 2019. Sounds right. Could be off a little bit on this. And there were some other events that unfolded during all that time. But basically, after a few years of that, I decided that I was working too much. I was not seeing my children enough. I wasn't around for my wife enough. And I ended up selling all of my equipment and shutting down my equipment rental business. I sold my service truck and kind of piddled for 2024. I had a few equipment operating jobs lined up. I still took care of those. I took a job in 2024. In like January or February of 2024, I took a job and I worked that for 6 months. That was working for the county. And while the pay left much to be desired, the job was to me, it was quite fulfilling. It was fun work. So I got to run a lot of equipment, learned how to run a dump truck then. As you'll see, as you watch my videos and stuff, I'm a big proponent of learning. Learn as much as you can. Just be skilled in the trades. All that there is to learn, try and learn everything that you can. I have done a multitude of things, and we'll go into those in another video. So I worked for the county. Then a rural water operator job came up, and I took that for 6 months. And at the end of that year, I determined that I work better alone. I work better with a very flexible schedule. I work better where I know what is important for the day and what isn't. And I know that I have a problem with people who will not take advice from people who have been there, done that, because they have an ego. And egos are a problem. And that is something that I have to work on myself. But, you know, a lot of people my senior will not take advice. And I get it in one respect, but on the flip side, they should be mature enough to be able to work past that. And many of them aren't. And so I went back to working for myself. I do solar systems. I do solar installs. I do rainwater catchment systems. I still will operate equipment for other people. And kind of a jack of all trades. I've done plumbing. You know, I'll hang your cabinets. I'll put your countertops in. I'll do your flooring. Like really pretty wide variety of skill sets I've been blessed with. God's given me a pretty good knack for picking up on stuff like that. So I decided when I went back to work for myself, some land came up for sale near me. And I put in an offer on it, and it was accepted. And I bought it. And I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to do with it, but I felt like it was a pretty good deal on some land. And after talking to some friends and getting encouraged in the right direction, shout out to them, because without them, I would still be kind of scratching my head, curious to if I could do it. I went ahead and started building the tiny house, and that is the last one that you have seen that I completed. The shed style is what they'll call that, or modern style tiny house, 777 square feet. Took me a little bit longer than I would have liked, than I thought it was going to take me. There were some hiccups along the way, as there is with everything, and me being new to that game and being completely inexperienced with it, I didn't handle all of those hiccups in a way where everything would kind of flow well. And so now I've learned, and here I am. So that is the short story. Maybe this is the story now. I'm the short story here is, like many of you, I am tired of the 9 to 5, was tired of the 9 to 5. I was tired of the 5 to 9 too. I mean, those were the kind of days that, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. was not abnormal. Was tired of putting money in somebody else's pocket. Was tired of not seeing my kids and seeing my wife, and was really questioning what I was even doing this stuff for. So I quit. And I'm not telling you to go quit your job. That's a decision you're going to have to make all on your own. And, but I quit. I quit doing that crap that didn't make me happy. And so now, like, I get a sweet view. I can stop anytime I want. Look, if I'm not working here, I'm working in the woods, and that's freaking home to me. I get to stop and help people when I want to. I get to do my job. I get to see my children for hours a day instead of an hour a week. And quit making the money my slave, or being a slave to the money, rather. I still got bills. I still have to go to work, and it's not always gravy, but way more freedom, and the freedom is well worth it to me. So, tired of the corporate America. I dipped. Here I am. 9 years later. And I did do that stint where I worked for a few people in 24. And yeah, man. Here we are. Like, this is the life for me. I'm digging it. I'm not overly excited right now because I'm tired. I'm pretty beat. It's warm. And so, yeah. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Hopefully that'll give you a little backstory as to who I am and what I got going on. All right, folks. We'll see you then. Thank you.